Hey guys, what's going on? You might know me as one PC in the Houston Smash community, but today I'm coming at you as Josh. So my name's Josh, and we got.
Well, yeah, a lot of y'all might know me as Krebs, but today I'm Devin. You know, I'm Devin.
Yeah, we're dropping the tags, and
Yeah.
we're going by our godforsaken names.
Right? I've heard some even say, like, don't call me my slave name when, like, you use, like, their real name.
Oh, dude! All right, so I get that way whenever people use Joshua. Like for some reason, I don't like the name Joshua.
Yeah.
Like it's just the Yua part. I'm okay. I'm cool with Josh, and
Yeah.
I'm okay. And I get the whole like biblical sense, and I respect that. But it's just like fuck, dude. Like
it,
don't
like,
call me
rings on
Joshua,
you.
dude. It's like
Yeah.
I prefer Josh. I
Yeah,
prefer
please.
Josh. Please. But yeah, man. So for those that they're watching this. So Krebs and I, Devin approached me. It's gonna be so hard to
right?
do,
It's
dude.
actually,
It's so hard, but
Actually,
we're gonna fucking try.
It's a strong nickname for a reason.
It really
It
is.
is,
You've
like,
had that for years, man.
Years.
You've had it for
since
fucking years.
2010, so 8 years now.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, that's been my nickname for 8 years, over 8 years.
So Devin, he approached me
Yeah.
with the idea of podcasting.
Yeah.
Of just two guys talking about random shit and just basically shooting the shit.
Yeah,
basically.
and just like see where the conversation goes, you know, like we'll touch up on certain hot topics, like of course, Smash on the Switch.
Of course.
That for some people like is a career maker too. Like you think of pro players, Zero, Nairo, this is the next step in their career, you know?
Definitely.
So-
It's the next, like, I guess, like it's the next meta to where like everyone's like potential future in like esports goes, you know?
Literally.
Yeah, but besides from that, we'll be talking about not just Smash, but what other topics that we got going on.
I
like
mean,
some examples that they could like.
Well, so some stuff we could talk about today, like, in general, when you pass by a stranger and you know you have that little short conversation, you talk about the weather, you talk about, you know, like the Houston Astros won, whatever. You don't talk about like the depth of it, you know. You don't talk about like the deep things that happen in life, you know, like both you and I, we've been through car accidents, you know, we've lost loved ones. Like these are things everybody deals with, but nobody's talking about. So like we could touch up on some of that stuff because the way I see it, our experiences can help someone else out there.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. And like people that are like basically lost in like financial situations, like not financial, like basically like lost in life.
Yeah.
And like, dude, I don't know how to do this. Like,
Yeah.
there's never been like this set advice that's like ever like not recorded, like help me out through it. So maybe like the stuff that we talk about
Yeah.
can probably shed light to whatever they're dealing with and whatnot. So
Exactly.
so that's the kind of stuff that we're trying to promote and trying to achieve with this podcast.
You know, it'll be getting some real talk going.
Real talk.
Real talk.
Even though we don't have a name yet, we don't have a name just yet.
Maybe it could be real talk.
Maybe could be
Like real talk episode 1.
real talk. RT. Right, COD.
RT. Oh man. Yeah.
But yeah. So let's start things off.
Yeah,
So basically, you know what people know us for, or the
Yeah.
community knows us for. Let's talk about Smash for Switch.
Yeah, okay.
So
yeah.
the reveal for the Nintendo Direct was last week.
Last Tuesday, I believe.
Yeah, last Tuesday.
Yeah.
And I mean, it was. How did it start off? Like a basic, like a regular ass Direct, right?
And
Like
it was actually pretty basic the entire time.
Yeah, like, I
until
mean,
the very end.
yeah, like they threw us like a bunch of like 3DS remakes. You know, new game. I mean, of course they gave us like more Splatoon content and stuff like
Oh
that.
yeah, and I'm sure a lot of people are hype over that.
Of course, which
Yeah.
is great because
Yeah.
Nintendo's supporting one of their newest IPs.
It's large in Japan too.
Splatoon
is
is
broken in Japan. Yes,
I didn't
it's
know
like
that.
part of their culture.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, it is huge in Japan, dude. Huge, which is really nice. I like seeing that. You know.
Oh yeah, definitely. Whenever they're like, it's nice seeing whenever like there's a community that supports a certain thing, and there's like and that gains a following, and like basically like people can like, I guess socialize more with like people, like let's say like anti-social. I mean, let's touch back to the Smash community, right? So like basically, Smash community is like compiled of like antisocial like people.
Exactly.
And then so like when they hear about a tournament, you know, that kind of like excites them and like, oh fuck, like.
And in a big way, people come out of their shells too at these tournaments. And all right, so once enough tournaments happen, you know, and people really know each other, you know, 90% of people that go to tournaments at a certain point, a lot of people know each other. You know, people go to each other's birthday parties and stuff. Once you get to that point, I guess I would even call it tournament scene becomes a subculture. It is straight up a subculture. That's how big it is. It is like tournament goers and everything involved with that, everything around it. It's a subculture. That's how big it is.
Definitely.
Yeah.
And it's something very like it's surprising to look at whenever like it's compiled of like unique people like that. So yeah. But aside from that, like the direct was pretty basic, you know.
Yeah.
And then at the end, you know, like so we cut to like the two Inklings fucking like fighting each other and shit. And then like what caught me off guard, I haven't played Splatoon, so like when I saw that triangle like projectile thing, I don't know if that's like a part of the game. I didn't
know that either. I was thinking like they just threw an item at each other. That's like a thing that's done in Smash.
Exactly,
like,
dude. Yeah, I immediately thought like, fuck, dude, like it's some kind of Samus shit.
Yeah, this could be.
Cause like it could either go two ways. It could either go like maybe the Inklings were like about to spell out Metroid 4 or some shit, and then like
that would be nice.
that projectile was gonna like sprout up in like a cloud of like in a black cloud and say Metroid Prime 4 like coming soon, right? Or it can go the Smash way, right? Which it did.
And they just knew how big it would be to just show the symbol. They already know how hyped people are over Smash. They know how big it is. In my opinion, Smash has gone mainstream. Who doesn't know who Pikachu is? Who doesn't know Mario? Are you kidding me? So at this point, like, Smash has gone mainstream and they know it. They know it. They know how big it is on Twitter, how big it is on Reddit.
Well, of course. I mean, so like Nintendo even knows the competitive scene. Oh, yeah. Exactly. Because like they a couple of months ago they started a Twitter account by the name of Nintendo Versus, which is specialized, which focuses on the competitive aspect to their games. Like they have, back when I was writing for Smashboards, I would update like, Nintendo Versus wrote this about Pokken. Nintendo Versus wrote about this. There's an ARMS tournament going on. Seoul won the biggest like ARMS tournament,
and they tweeted that out.
Yeah, they tweeted that out, and then they supported a bunch of full coverage. I think Genesis 5. Yeah. They covered Genesis 5, and they were tweeting out stuff, you know, like about MK Leo winning fucking like Genesis 5. So it's like, all right, cool. So Nintendo knows that they have competitive like people like in their community. So all right, so of course, like basically like new gens and millennials come together and they start playing these games, and like of course Smash goes, as you said, Smash is mainstream.
It's gone
mainstream. Everyone knows the Fireball, dude. Everyone knows the Fireball.
Yeah, everyone, dude. And you know, even stretches as far as like Sonic, Mega Man. These are iconic characters.
Yes, sir.
So, you know, at a certain point, like there's a character for everyone, really. And I mean, maybe once you get into the more competitive side, people might have a character crisis, but you're gonna be like hard found trying to find someone that can't relate or like doesn't have one of those characters as like their spirit animal even.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, a lot of people, man, like you and Luigi.
Oh yeah.
You know, like
so like
I bet you feel. Oh, dude.
So like if people don't know, I have like this big ass Luigi tattoo.
Yeah.
And I'm rocking the Luigi hat right now.
There you go. And like.
Yeah, that's my spirit animal.
Hell yeah, dude.
But yeah, man. So right now, one of the biggest like speculations that the entire community is coming up with is like, all right, so like I see a 50-50 split.
Yeah.
Is this a port or is this a new game?
Yeah, and I already like okay, regardless, we're getting something amazing.
Okay.
Nintendo isn't going to mess around and just port the game with nothing new.
Right.
I mean, of course, there's already inklings, but Nintendo, take Mario Kart Deluxe. They revamped and, like, added a bunch of stuff, you know? So, with that in mind, like, when they announced Smash for the Wii U and 3DS, they teased and, you know, posted updates every month for a year and a half. All right, that was like pretty much, you know, what they were doing. And this time around, even if they've been working in the shadows, Sakurai, he's the guy for Kirby.
He never stops.
Yeah, he never stops.
He never stops.
He's been busy with Kirby, bro.
Of course.
He's been busy with like, people don't know Sakurai is the Kirby guy, basically.
Yeah, I mean, he birthed and created Kirby.
Yeah, like, he is Smash Bros too, of course, but he is also Kirby.
Yeah.
And Kirby games have been popping off for a while.
Yeah, dude, so, I totally loved Kirby's Robobot. Have you played that?
Dude, I haven't touched, like, any Kirby games. Like, I'm sleep.
Dude, that was all right. So, like, that was the first Kirby game that I touched in, like, quite a long time. The last Kirby game I played was Nightmare in Dreamland 1 for the GBA. That was the last game. That was the last Kirby game that I played, I guess, like, intensely.
Yeah.
Then, like, I picked up Robobot, and then it was fucking awesome. It's like fucking Kirby and a fucking robot, dude. Like,
it's Kirby and a robot. Like, what more do you need in a video game?
Exactly.
Kirby and a robot.
And but yeah, man, dude, Sakurai never fucking stops, dude.
Never stops. And you know what? Their goal of releasing it in 2018, that's a hard goal right there.
And that's what people thinking that it's a port. That's what makes people think that's a port, because look, at first I thought it was a port because at the end of the trailer, they put up basically like 2018 release date, right? A vague response.
Yeah.
So I'm thinking, okay, so this is the title that's coming soon. So how can they make it? How can they make this possible?
Yeah.
So I started thinking, okay, they can easily port like not Mario Kart, Super Smash Bros. For the Wii U, call it Smash Switch, and then get all the DLC content for free and stuff like that, or maybe add like a character or two.
Well,
because it's like fuck, dude. So how can we get a game this fast? Like no, how can we get a Smash Brothers like this fast? It doesn't make sense.
Dude, I'll already tell you what I think Nintendo has cooking, okay? Especially if they've been working on this in the shadows for a couple months, you know, maybe half a year. So the development cycle, as far as I could tell, for DLC was it would take a month to 2 months per character.
Right.
Okay. With that kind of time frame in mind, what I think the Switch version will be is, you know, we might see like a slight alteration in mechanics, like taking out ledge trumping or working on rage in a weird new way.
I really hope rage is out the question in this game.
Some people, I kind of don't mind it, but and so what I think we're gonna get is all the characters, 8 new characters. Nintendo doesn't mess around, dude. 8 new characters. We're gonna get something like that, and a bunch of new stages and a few new modes, which that in itself, like a new mode, that is a huge thing, you know, like a new co-op mode or some kind of party mode. Like, there are all kinds of things Nintendo can do, and they're very smart people, so I wouldn't put it past them.
Of course.
Yeah.
So what? I don't know. Like, I'm gonna talk about how like I made the conversion from thinking it was a port to like a fucking new game. Because like I watched that trailer religiously like 5 times, like in a span of like 15 minutes. Yeah. And I was like, fuck. Okay, so these look like Mario. Well, for those that don't know, you know, in the trailer they showed like silhouettes of Mario and Zelda.
Link.
Oh, fuck.
Oh, you're one of those. Oh, no. Permanently.
Look, I'll admit, the only Legend of Zelda game that I played was Breath of the Wild, like all the way through. Yeah. I've dabbled in Ocarina of Time. Okay. And I played maybe a couple minutes of Majora's Mask, but like I was never the Zelda guy. But But yeah, anyways, so like Link. So yeah, they have new character models. Like Mario looks a little bit more rounder. He looks a little bit more cartoony. He's more he resembles more of the Mario Odyssey kind of style Mario. And then Link, of course, obviously Breath of the Wild Link.
Yeah.
So okay, I'm thinking. So how can Nintendo? How can this can't be a port? Because they can't switch up the character skins like this drastically. I mean, of course,
unless it's a new costume. I mean, like Wario, you know, he did have.
I mean, of course, but like, I mean, let's take example like Robin, the male female Robin's Wario costume, as he said.
Yeah.
Bayonetta.
Yeah.
Bayonetta.
Some
that's
people
right.
Just have alternate costume. Dude, Villager.
Exactly.
Villager's 8 different skins.
Eight different.
That's
people.
not the biggest. Yeah, but a big thing that they could do, again, this is assuming it's a port, but with, you know, new characters and stuff. They could do alternate costumes for like a majority of the cast.
Dude, I would love that. I would love that if they took like pages from what PM has, and then applied it to Smash Switch. It would be it would be fucking tight.
Yeah,
dude.
it would be OP.
Tight.
That's broken.
It's
broken.
It will literally be the best Smash game.
Yeah,
it'll be
hands down.
If they do that. If they decide to do that.
If.
But who knows, man. So how do you think the community will take it here in Houston?
Well, I think the tournament scene is gonna explode again. We're gonna start seeing 80-person weeklies. You know, like everything's gonna be popping off again. And what I hope doesn't happen is like too many weeklies again.
Right.
You know,
right.
That could be a thing, and you know, it's even on me to an extent to like work with people and stuff. But like, there's nothing I can do if 3 people, you know, from all around Houston get like the huge idea of I want to host a weekly, and then we end up with 8 weeklies, and it's like, that's why like I think people should just work together more and improve on the events that are there.
Definitely.
Yeah, because there are a lot of ways. Like if people came up to us like in a certain way or different time, like we need commentators, you know, like, and commentators are on the verge or already getting paid.
Yeah.
You know, so like there are ways, and just being involved year round, and like if the opportunity comes up to TO, you'll be there. You know, just like how he TOs the Sunday weekly.
Yeah.
Yeah, SFC.
And he still commentates like on the side.
And he still commentates. Yes, sir. So there are opportunities, like if you just work with people.
Yeah, that's
you know?
definitely like. Well, I remember like a couple of people from the Smash community came up to me and was like, "Dude, WinPC, like, I really want to help out the community. Like, I really admire what you do with you did with HSN and stuff like that, and give an outlet to like players and stuff like that. So, I want to do something like that. How can I help the community?
Right.
And I'm like, all right, look, like, what you can do is start commentating. Yeah. Just, you know, build up the balls to go in the mic, to go in front of the video camera, and just talk sets. Yep. And then from there, you ask either the Smash United or whoever you go, like Slurred Nerd or whoever you decide to go to. And I mean, it doesn't have to be Smash; it can be FGC related too, or like any event organizer. Let's go up to them. Hey, man, so like, what else can I do? And then that's how you start, you know, snowballing to do those bigger things.
Literally. And, you know, there are opportunities too. Like there is like kind of grunt work out there even, where you upload VODs and, you know, you can make...
Dude, VODs are tedious as fuck, dude.
They're tedious, but like I know T-Lock, they have a method going and they pay, I don't know the exact number, so I'm just going to spitball. Like, imagine getting paid 10 an hour to work on and upload VODs.
Easy.
That ain't bad. Easy. That ain't bad, and you're helping the community. Done.
What more do you want?
Yeah, what more do you want? Like, that's awesome. Like, so like 3 or 4 hours of uploading VODs, you get $30-$40. Like, especially if you're in high school. That's
dude,
like
fuck
a cool
yeah,
thing
dude.
To do.
Fuck yeah.
Yeah, and so imagine doing that like every week or 2 or 3 times a week. You know, that's money. So yeah, like really, it's just on people to get involved and just talk to, because like talk to the quote unquote influential people. Yeah. I guess one way of looking at it is like people at the top of the hierarchy, like the social status hierarchy, which is kind of awkward for me to even talk about, but it is realistic.
It really is
a thing.
I mean, you see it on like on social media.
Yeah.
Easy.
Yeah.
On like Facebook, like depending on just like let's say if, man, who's a controversial, like who's on the hierarchy? Like, let's
okay, so
give an estimate.
I'll start with Houston and kind of my vision of it.
Right.
All right. So, like talking strictly popularity and influence, Zyro and I are at the top of the hierarchy.
Okay.
Right?
Yeah. I agree.
There's also like influential players that I would put in the same tier as us. I would put Trella there too.
Of course, dude.
Yeah.
Trello. You gotta have Trello.
Yeah. When Trella speaks, you listen. You know.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, and I feel like I kind of have that same influence too, to an extent. And Remo is up there as well. But you see, like, kind of what I'm getting at is
yeah,
like,
and then like you see T.
And then like Alvisor, even like
Johnny.
You know, when people put in their input, you listen to them because they have that sort of this is a known member of the community status, that social status.
Yes.
Yeah. So that's realistic, and you know, no matter where you go, you're going to find little hierarchies like that. Little like they develop in communities. It's inevitable.
Of course. You can't escape from it.
Yeah. And so you just learn to work with it.
Right.
Yeah.
But yeah, like working together, hopefully the community, like as you said, as we both can agree on, working together to build like a more healthier community for Smash Switch.
Yeah.
Can go a long way.
Yeah, it does.
Can go a long way.
And you know what? Like that's a big thing I learned too. And guess what, man? Like you'd never guess it, but Zyro and I are actually really good friends. Like past surface level, like we'll talk and have like a 50 minute conversation.
Oh yeah, dude. All right, dude. Zyro is a fucking sweetheart.
He is.
And
he
like,
actually is.
All right, so like online, he's a fucking troll.
Yeah, everyone knows this.
He's a fucking troll. He can be an asshole sometimes, but in person, like you can't confront him. Like I don't know. Depending on the person, like you could probably confront him about like a certain thing, but he'll put you in his place. But when you just strike a conversation, or whenever he goes to the wags, you give him your $5 and start a conversation with him. He is the most sweetest person out there, dude. Like he genuinely cares.
Yeah.
Like he cares, dude.
He has, I would say, of course, a father mentality.
Well, dude, he's a dad, dude.
Yeah, he is a dad. I'm a dad.
You're a dad too,
dude. That alone, like me and Zyro can vibe off each other really well. We're both going through similar things in life. You feel me? Like, oof, we've been through some scary stuff, and we've had to rise to the occasion of being a dad.
Oh well, dude. All right, so like, how are you balancing being a father or being or parenthood and Smash?
Yeah. So for the longest time, like I had T pick up running the Sunday weekly.
Right.
And my jobs are very passive, right? Especially one of them. And I can plan Smash events and talk to people, talk to top players that might want to fly out. I can talk to them while I'm on the job, and I can brainstorm and think of like new creative things for us to do at events.
Right.
So I can do that at work. Whenever Jade was born and everything, I'm not running a Sunday weekly. I'm just planning I was planning Super SFC, or
100? No, not 100.
I was when Jade was born, I just had to get the timeline right. I was working on CCC.
Okay.
CCC 2.
Early development.
Yes, sir.
All right.
And I started working a second job a month before CCC. And I was more busy, but you know what? I was still contacting players and everything. And then come CCC, had to work out housing. A lot of people don't see it, but there's a lot of behind the scenes messaging and stuff that goes on. And,
big time.
Yeah, and basically combining this person that's okay with housing people and this carpool that needs housing. So just getting the right people together in itself is huge. But yeah, so I manage dad life and that, mainly also because we have help from family, which is a blessing. That is
Dude, definitely. Like, family comes in clutch whenever like you're starting off a family. One of my god sisters, she got pregnant pretty early at her life, and I mean, of course, as a single mother, she had to like work and stuff like that, so she couldn't really take care of her kids. So like she would turn to my mom or her mom or like the baby's mom, the baby's daddy's mama, whatever, her grandmother or whatever, to take care of the kid. And then that's a huge help. That's a huge relief. It's because like, and also saves you a shit ton of money, because like daycares are stupid expensive.
Yeah, they actually are.
I mean, you pay for what you get. It's quality. I mean, they're educating the children.
It's a good
daycare. They're I mean, daycares aren't bad.
Yeah,
they're great. But that's if you want to take that route. But if you're like financially woke or aware of your situation, like I mean, family comes in super clutch when it comes to that.
It really does. And everyone knows the phrase, I'm sure. You know, it takes two to have a kid, but it takes two to have a baby, but it takes a village to raise a kid.
To raise a child.
And that is very true, especially in third world countries. Third world countries, that is the motto. Like, literally everyone will help you out with your kid. But yeah, so on a smaller scale, we have Joanna, baby mama, Joanna's mom, really helping out with the baby a lot, and even teaching us, which was really nice. And there's so many nuances that come with having a baby. Like, you have to be so careful with their head, especially those first 6 months. Yes, dude, you have no idea. Like, their head, you have to support it at all times. They could easily just and then snap.
Fuck.
Yeah, dude. It is that easy. It is easy.
I didn't know they were that. I mean, of course, I knew that they were sensitive, but I didn't know it was like that sensitive, like that easy for like their necks to snap. Dude, that's fucking scary.
The head is so big.
That's scary,
dude.
Head is so
big on newborns. Yes, dude.
Fuck.
That is so scary. And so I have more free time now because Jade is past that point. Baby Jade is kind of at the point where we put her in a walker, where she's essentially.
How many months is she?
She's about to hit 9 months.
Let's go.
Yeah, dude. And so she's able to walk around in her like kind of chair or whatever. She has her feet on the ground and she goes, and there's like wheels.
It's pretty cute.
And she'll like follow us to the restroom and stuff. She already knows how to turn around. Like, if she gets stopped, then she'll like back up and then turn around, and it's like, all right, you're a little baby, but you're doing that. Okay.
I see you.
Yeah. But yeah, it's dad life and that. It's all right. So a huge thing is when dad life was on the horizon, when Jade was on the way, that was when I really had to buckle down and get my stuff together.
Right.
I had to get my shit together. So, like, some people know too, and I don't mind talking about it. But about 2 years ago, that's when I was at like pretty much the lowest point of my life. Right? So, crazy debt. I'm talking credit card debt. The debt with high interest.
Been there.
Yeah.
You just got out of it. It's a relief.
Yes, dude, it is. And so I was in crazy credit card debt. Not only was I unemployed, but I was at like an all-time low in morale. The last time I worked at a restaurant, I swore off working at another restaurant ever again. Not for me, couldn't do it. And I had nightmares daily about working as a server. And then I even worked like a 9-to-5 job, kind of a call center job. But, there were coworkers of mine pushing 6 figures with this job. So it was a job I could have made a career out of, but I couldn't. Like, I would sit there in the mornings, like, with coffee, just like, damn, can I take on the day? Like, can I do this? And so...
You were in a pretty bad mental state.
Yeah, very bad. Very bad. I would mope around.
That sucks because like it's not suck. It's unfortunate that you were in that state because like damn, like you had so much burden to carry, man. You had like financial debt, what's it called? You weren't happy with where you were at. And then also becoming a father, like all together, dude's like, fuck,
whoa, dude. I'm about to be a father. So I buckled down, and you know what? I can tell you right now, I've cheesed life. Dude. Like, I grind the fuck out of life. Like, right now, dude, I'm smacking life. Life is my bitch. Like, straight up.
What are you doing that's making life your bitch?
All right. So I sat down again when the kid was on the way, and I was like, okay, I'm reading about overnight jobs and how easy they are. Not even like so much how easy they are. Yeah, but I mean, even IT jobs overnight, like you're just doing like network stuff. It's very passive, and people listen to podcasts and stuff during. But so overnight jobs, okay. So I was like, okay, I'm gonna specifically look for an overnight job where I can bring a laptop and do an online job at that job. You know, it doesn't matter what it is. Web design, whatever it may be, I will learn. And I'll have the time to learn at the overnight job, mind you. So it's broken.
It is broken.
It's broken. Plus, you know, and that feeds into how I was at an all-time low. I had terrible sleeping patterns, still do, but now I work around them. Anyway, so overnight job, you know, consistent schedule, 40 hours a week, super nice, got that going on. And I got a second job that is essentially 80% driving around, you know, and working, and 20% filling out paperwork. So I'll have like 1 to 3 hours worth of paperwork to fill out and I do it at night. I do it at night at my other job. I'm working while I'm working.
Fuck.
Yeah.
Broken.
Talk about optimizing time. And keep in mind, like, I'm chilling. I'm chilling at my overnight job too. So it's done wonders for like my mind, my soul, you know, it's done wonders. And
do you think because like you're basically by yourself the time, like by like during the time, like basically having those hours to yourself, getting your stuff done, or just like enjoying silence, or not so,
yeah, well, growing up I was an introvert, and nowadays I've found that like I'm very extroverted. Like I actually am somehow.
You know, you can carry both traits.
Well, yeah,
you know that?
Yeah. Well, I guess when I'm around my people, I'm extroverted.
Yeah.
But so yeah, you know, I kind of have that introvert like nature in a way. So that really helps. Like I'm not around that many people because I hate talking about the weather. You know, like I'll do it, but it's like,
I talk to Amon about that. Well, Red, if you guys know, about that all the fucking time. Like, I hate it. Like, if you're gonna talk about the weather to me, don't even fucking talk to me, dude.
Please.
Like, don't make small talk. Like, just don't even try. Like, like talk about like something random or some shit, because like it's such a waste of time. Not a waste of a conversation that you could have been talking to that person and like actually getting to like the true a true matter of something going on.
Exactly. And I understand, you know, you're walking by someone at your engineering company, you see someone in the hallway, or you're in the elevator with someone. What are you going to talk about? What are your shared interests? You don't know. So I understand talking about the weather, but me personally, I'll dodge that entirely. Miss me with that shit.
It's not worth it.
Yeah. And so I just, you know, I'm not going to go somewhere where I'm subjected to that every day. Mm-hmm. That, by the way, is a huge part in what defines your life and your happiness, right? Because what you experience every day, even if it's just how you get greeted when you come home, that's a huge part.
It really is.
Yeah, like, for example, I greet Sai, like, dude, the homie, like, every time he comes home. So I bet he kind of has that mentality of once he comes home, he's with the homies. You know?
Yeah.
Whereas if I was just quiet, kept to myself, he would still think that, sure, but it wouldn't be as positive.
Right.
Yeah.
That whole excitement factor, you know,
Yeah.
loses. Like, I guess, let's say, like, I don't want to say, man, he's kind of like not dreading to go home, but he's kind of looking forward to getting home. That's
yeah, exactly. And like the house can feel more positive and everything.
More alive rather
yes,
than like alone and shit like that.
It literally is those daily little things that end up mattering. And that's why like I wanted a job where I just avoid that whole weather small talk entirely. So found that if you're watching this, anyone listening to this, there is a job out there for like just about anyone. You know, you just kind of have to look for it. And, you know, Papa bless, I found mine, you know? So like I said, I'm putting things together. I'm saving up to buy a house next year.
Dude.
Yeah.
A house is a big responsibility.
It's a huge responsibility, but you know what? Like,
a house scares me. A house scares me.
I'll actually be paying less when I buy and own a house than people pay to rent apartments. It's cheaper. It's cheaper.
But like you have to take in mind like fucking like taxes and shit like that. But it's just like I don't know, just like stuff like that just like scares me, man. Like I was talking to my friend Jose. You know Jose Ayala.
Yeah.
Yeah. I was talking to him about it.
He's an old friend.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
And he was like, dude, it's a lot of responsibility, financial responsibility too, man. It's like I don't know, like do you want to rent a house and like try that out for a year? But I kind of don't personally.
I wouldn't recommend renting a house. So, all right, the entire reason why I'm getting into this is because for years my uncle is cold, by the way. He is like a perfect icon or whatever for someone that has their life together, right? So that as a premise. My uncle always said, buy a house, build your equity, like build, you know, how much you are worth, instead of if you rent somewhere, you're building whoever owns that apartment complex is
their
worth.
Equity.
Yes, their equity. So with that in mind, like, dude, mortgage payments, people don't really know this, but for like mortgage payment for a house can be like $600, $700 a month. That, and we're talking a 3-bedroom house. Okay. So people are paying $1,000 plus, especially depending on what state you're in, $1,000 plus for a 2-bedroom to rent, where they're not even building,
or even sometimes a 1-bedroom.
Yeah. Sometimes it'll be like $800 for a 1-bedroom. That's less than a mortgage payment. So I'll tell you what I'm doing. I'm buying a house and I'm renting out 2 rooms.
That's smart.
Yeah, I'm renting out 2 rooms. And, you know, it's a similar situation to what I'm doing right now with roommates and stuff, except it'll be my own house.
Right.
And you know what? Like, the house is somewhat paying itself off.
Your roommates are basically paying your mortgage.
In a way, yeah. In a way, yeah. And, you know, they get a great deal out of it, too. Rent will be low, way lower than apartments out there. So it's a win-win. It's literally a win-win. And guess what? After paying rent, you know, or whatever, for X amount of years, be it 15, 20, you can turn around and sell that house for $150,000 or something, you know?
Yeah.
Like, damn, what? You're 30, 35 years old, 40 years old, and you just get $150,000 because that's what you had been building towards for all those years.
Right.
That's what I'm looking to start doing. So, that's huge.
Fuck, dude. Well,
you haven't thought of it like that, huh?
No, I didn't. It's just like what scares me is basically mortgage payments, because like.
But it's like rent. It's like rent.
It is.
And don't get me wrong, there is like property taxes, but that'll be probably $5,000 a year, $6,000 a year maybe. So what does that come out to? That comes out to like $500, $400 a month, you know. But then factor in utilities, that's a couple hundred, and you know, especially if you're buying a house and renting it out with roommates, you can especially handle that easily.
Yeah, definitely.
In fact, my personal living expenses will be super cheap. At that point, I'll be paying probably just a couple hundred to have a house over my head.
Fuck, dude.
Yeah. Well,
I wish you anything. I wish you all the luck.
Yes, sir.
For that, man. I'll probably look into houses too, because like I think I'm getting to that point of life where it's like, all right, I think it's 24, turn 25 later on this year, and like I kind of want to move on with my life, move out of my parents' house, and like start building something of my own.
Yeah.
Rather than like moving in with other people. Roommates will probably be there or something like that.
Yeah.
But just like, I just feel like it's just time. Yeah. But it's just that having a house just scares me, dude. It scares me, dude.
I don't recommend buying a house unless you, one, have a good credit. Like, this is something you look to do mid-20s, late 20s, of course. Like, you can't rush out the gate at 18, 19, 20 to buy a house. You know, even though buying a house is so much smarter than renting, you do kind of have to start with renting. Like,
how can people, for those that don't know how to build credit, how can people build credit?
Literally pay off your credit card every month. Pay off your credit card every month. Make double payments on your car. You know, having a good credit is synonymous with making good money. So, well, make money. Go out there and make money. Basically. Which, of course, like, isn't easy, especially for a lot of people dealing with motivational issues, with jobs. Like, I've been there. Like, y'all know by now, like, I told you, I've been there with motivational issues. So I get it. But, you know, if you piece yourself together, get a decent job, and, you know, start making double payments on your car, especially, or whatever it may be, utilities too, by the way.
Really? I didn't know utilities was a thing that affected credit.
Yeah. If you have your name, your social attached to internet, attached to electricity, attached to those bills, and you're smacking them bills every month, the people, you know, like, say a bank that you're trying to get a loan from for a house, they're seeing that. They're seeing that, and they're like, okay, this is a guy that's been smacking his credit card every month, is working XYZ job. He'll be good for these monthly payments on a mortgage on this house if we loan him $120,000. You know, banks are looking for someone they can trust. So that is what it's all about.
No, I didn't know that.
Yeah. Why don't they teach this in high school?
They fucking don't, dude.
Why don't they teach this in high school? Are you kidding me? This is so... I'm angry, dude. I had to, like, find this out on my own. Like, damn it.
Like, all my credit stuff, like, I just found out, like, I mean, of course, they just give you the simple information. Just get a credit card. Yeah, you get a credit card, but then, like, you didn't know that there's interest rates. You didn't know there was, like, payments that you have to do. Pay it off, like,
every month.
You didn't know, and then also the stupid thing, man, what fucking, like, it just gets me. It's like, you get a credit card, you pay off your payments, and then the bank gives you more credit card, like, more credit. Like, they
raise the limit?
Yeah, they raise the limit. And it's like, fuck, dude, why you gotta raise the limit on? Yeah, it's temptation. Stop doing that shit. Yeah. I've been through that, like, multiple times, dude. It fucking sucks.
Well, you know, that's a huge part of it. Literally just pay it off. Live within your means. No matter how, because banks will try to entice you. Banks will try to entice you into taking advantage of cashback bonuses or, you know, whatever, but...
Flyer miles and shit.
Flyer miles. Like, no, dude, just keep... Number one is yourself. Keep number one in mind. You know, focus on yourself. Don't live outside of your means, and pay off that credit card every month.
Yeah.
Yeah, and if you're not paying it off every month, get to a point where you are. Plain and simple. So. Yeah,
like, also be, like, financially, like, reasonable with your spending. Like,
of course.
Like, don't go going out buying, like, maybe like $2,000 worth of, like, fucking PC equipment, right?
Yeah.
But you're working at fucking McDonald's.
You can't do that.
Like, don't be doing that shit.
Yeah.
Don't be doing that shit.
I don't care how long you save up for it. Like,
let's be realistic. Let's be realistic and start off with a keyboard, you know, and then build up to that.
And speaking of being realistic, you can just be smart about it too. Like, you can build a PC for $800.
Of course. I mean, if you're smart about it and you don't really go for, like, the luxurious things and stuff like that, it's definitely affordable and economic to build a PC.
Not only that, but your PC is still you'll have an $800 PC and it's stronger than a $1,500 pre-built PC. That actually happens. That is straight up a thing, and I'm surprised more people don't know about that. But yeah, get yourself a buddy, you know, get him a 6-pack of beer and ask him for advice on this, you know? Like, my brother is helping me pick out what to get because I'm looking to build a computer myself.
Uh-huh.
So a stream computer, man, and I want one that's like powerful enough to handle games.
Oh yeah, you're gonna start streaming soon, right?
Yes, sir. Especially with Smash Switch.
Ah, yes. That's gonna be a popular. It's gonna be a popular one to game to stream.
I'm gonna be hosting online tourneys again.
Hey, let's go.
Yeah, where people can donate $5 and I'll have to take a shot.
Fucking Texas love that shit, dude.
Yeah, Texas ate that up. Hypey would enter. People from Austin, Dallas.
Forbidden One would be
Forbidden
in that.
One, dude. Like, there are like even like little little interactions I've had with people. Like, there's this NES player I played in Dallas, right?
Austin?
No, Chucky.
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 I'm not familiar with Chucky.
He was around their top 15 for a while. So he was one of their, think Ismon, he was that cold, right? So Chucky, yeah. Chucky, really good NES player, entered my online tourney. And you know what? Like, he donated $5. He was just like, dude, thank you for doing this. And I was like, word. That stuff's really nice.
Well, it really is. Like, it's like a good opportunity for like people for the youngsters that really can't go out during the week to a tournament.
Sir. Exactly.
Because like I remember your tournaments were like pulling in like 50, 40 people at the time, at a time.
And you know what? That's 40, 50 viewers automatically.
Yeah.
So the chat's popping off, all these things are going on, and then people are making me take shots. Oof. So yeah. Those were fun. Those were fun.
What other stuff do you plan on streaming?
So scary games. I'm terrified of scary games.
Fuck scary games.
But
Have you played what's it called? What's that one game?
Outlast or
No.
PT.
PT.
Dude.
Have you played PT?
Let me hold on. It. Dude, you have no idea. When I played PT for the first time, I lost hope in life. I was playing in complete darkness, how you have to do it. That's how I'm going to play scary games.
That's
by
how
the
you're
way.
supposed to do it. Yeah,
that's how you're supposed to do it. I lost hope in life. I had to stop the game. I had to look up pictures of puppies, bro. Pictures of flowers. I had to regain hope in life. It was that bad, that dark. I'm terrified of scary games, but you know what? I bet people will, love the journey with me. So that's why I want to play scary games.
Fuck yeah, dude.
Yeah. So yeah, scary games, Smash. I've always been big on tactical games. Podcasting, yes, dude. Yes, I would love to just talk to chats, have something like this going, and just
have an interactive chat in the background, stuff like that. That'd be fucking dope, dude.
Oh yeah, dude. I would love to get that going. Okay. Yeah, man. So, whenever I start streaming, probably early next year or something.
Yeah.
I'll come right out of the gate with a schedule 3 days a week.
Let's go.
So yeah, and I'm looking at probably doing Friday online weekly. Will be one of those 3 days. So yeah. But here, I guess what else could we talk about? Just for a next thing. Because we've talked about some heavy stuff.
Yeah,
already.
We definitely did. We already did.
Yeah.
Let's talk on new projects, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah, to wrap things up.
Yeah.
New projects. Let's start with you.
Mm-hmm.
So what new stuff are you gonna do?
All right. So I've always wanted to stream, and
we got streaming. We got a house.
Well,
what else?
I'd like to. I'm gonna break down exactly and go in depth about this stream thing, man, because it is a huge next step for me.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So people have always asked me what is going to be special about your stream to where I would watch you instead of someone else. Well, I've been through some crazy stuff. I've been through depression. I've been through anxiety, and I'll even go as far as saying I've been there. I've had suicidal thoughts in the past, and I'm someone that has managed to put myself back together and, start smacking life, and so I'm looking to help people that were in a similar situation to me. I'm looking to help people, and I would talk to people in the stream chat about these things and help them, and not only that, but I've been doing my research. Ever since last October, I've been fiending podcasts. There are lectures online, entire psychology lectures. Like this one, Jordan Peterson, Dr. Jordan Peterson. He was a professor at Harvard, and because he's Canadian, a professor at University of Toronto.
Dope.
Very smart guy. Uploads his 2 to 3 hour long lectures onto YouTube for free. For free. What more do you want?
That's quality right there.
That is quality.
That's like one of YouTube's hidden gems.
It is, and he's slowly but surely becoming an internet star. He has about 950,000 YouTube subscribers at this moment. Yes, sir.
Wow, cutting close to fucking like million.
Yes, sir. And he has about 9,000 patrons on Patreon.
Fuck.
Guy clears easily over 80,000 a month.
Shit.
Just for helping people. So anyway, my point is, I've been studying and learning a lot about mental health, learning a lot about, the little things. Like if you clean your room, that's like order that you've made in your life. Like you're starting, from a good foundation as it is. You're starting your day from a good foundation. So anyway, like there are little things like that, little nuances about life and little things that help a ton, that if I spread the message in a way, I can help people. Because literally, I saw this statistic the other day, 10% of the U.S. population suffers from some kind of mental health issue. So 1 in 10, man. 1 in 10, that's over 30 million people. So there's a lot of people that could use a helping hand.
Definitely.
Yeah.
That's pretty tight, man.
Thanks.
I admire that.
You admire it?
I admire it. Well, I mean, it's stuff that that we hope to do with the podcast, man. Like,
yeah, exactly.
It's our what's it, mission statement?
Exactly.
It's our mission statement.
It's all about that real talk.
Hell yeah, dude.
Real talk.
Yeah. Dope.
Yep. But yeah, dude, like you were telling me a bit earlier off camera, like you're working on like a production company.
Yeah, man.
Right?
Yeah, man. So how that started. So most of you guys will know I started this YouTube channel, I guess per se, by the name of Houston Smash Podcast last year or earlier 2016. And I started off with a podcast, and then it evolved into video and stuff like that, and doing interviews with like the people in the Houston Smash 4 community.
Let me just say right now, those were some fire videos, dude. You guys put together some high quality videos.
Thank you, man.
Thank you. No, thank you. Are you kidding me? Thank you.
No,
so
appreciate that.
Yeah.
That really means a lot to me, and I'm pretty sure it means a lot to Johnny as well.
Yeah.
Shout out to Johnny.
He's a really sharp guy.
Yeah,
especially with that stuff.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
And doing HSN for like a year and a half and stuff like that, and then. As life goes on, your priorities change, and Smash wasn't really one of the priorities for me. I mean, I love the game, I love playing the game, but it just consumed a bunch of my time, and I lost sight of priorities that I wanted to do, or time with, or people that I want to spend.
You gotta
spend time with. Exactly.
You gotta absorb.
And I'm like, all right, you know what? I'm just gonna take a break from Smash and focus on things that I love doing, and hang out with the people that that I've lost connection with. So I started setting down my priorities, and I came out with a new profound love of video production, video stuff. I mean, of course, doing HSN and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And then I also have like this profound love for film too. Like I'm a huge movie guy. I love going to the theaters every weekend and watching the Oscar movies. And
it's art.
Yeah, it's art, dude. I love it.
Dude.
I love it. I love everything that's like video related, and like how it can like convey a message, and like it can be beautifully shot and stuff like that. And I love that. And like I'm like, you know what? I'm just gonna start like just recording like random stuff, like stuff that comes out to my head. So like I recorded like I went out to Herman Park, and I just recorded like all the architecture and the nature outside. It's pretty pretty simple video. And then recently I went to Mexico. Well, not recently, I've been to Mexico quite a few times last year.
Yeah.
But one of the times I went out there and just recorded the people and like the environment, the vibe, the architecture.
I'd love to see
the
that.
food. Yeah. I'm actually in the process of editing that.
Cool.
So it'll drop soon.
Nice.
And yeah, I'm like, fuck. So how can I make something that I love, like a career or something that to gain some kind of income from it?
Because it's literally, if you find a way to make money doing it, especially good money eventually, then it's something you don't mind being productive doing.
Exactly. And you enjoy it a lot more.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, because who wouldn't want to do something that you love for money? I mean, even though it doesn't have to be all about the money, but like having that financial security, like in the back of your mind, it's like, all right, cool.
Yeah.
If I do maybe two videos, I'm fine for like the next 3-4 months, right?
Yeah.
So yeah, man. So I've been lately. I started this production company by the name of Chingao Media.
Yeah.
First, it started off with basically a Latino focused like HSN, but like around the community in Houston. We tried to contact like a bunch of like Latino artists, filmmakers, musicians, and stuff like that. And then I'm like, you know what? That's too much. That's too much. That's a what's the term I'm looking for? That's a very niche group. Yeah. So
something with more wide appeal would be more successful.
Yeah. So I'm like, all right, you know what? Like, I kind of want to do things for small businesses, commercials, because like I like. While looking into video production, like I saw a bunch of like badly edited commercials on like YouTube. I'm like, fuck, dude, I could do like something better than that. And so like right now I'm in the process, in the baby steps of starting this production company.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna start off with like businesses, I started off contacting businesses that I admire, that I like, and places that I frequent. And I mean, if most of you guys know, if you follow me on like Instagram or like social media or stuff like that, I'm a huge beer guy. I love craft beer. I love going to the breweries every time I can.
Dude, why don't we have one right now with us? Like, we should be kicking back with some beers right now.
I should have brought, dude. Fuck. I should have brought
notes for the next time, or whatever. Like,
the next one.
Heck yeah, dude.
I love that. Fuck, dude. I should have brought it.
Yeah.
I have this
kicking back with a couple brewskis.
Dude, I have like this like killer fucking like red ale that I bought in Austin. Oh, it's fucking tight, dude. Like,
all right.
You'd enjoy it. You'd enjoy it.
I fucks with red ale, dude. Fucks with red ale.
Red ale is tight. Yeah. But anyways, I've been contacting to a bunch of local breweries about like basically trying to sell myself. Hey, my name is Josh I'm barely starting out with this video production company by the name of Chingao Media, and I really admire your business model and blah 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 blah. And I was wondering if you guys want like video content, like so you can use for your social media. I also do photography. I mean, it's amateur. Like I don't know how to take pictures like Tram. Shout outs to Tram Esports or Tram Photography.
She's good.
It's great.
Yeah.
She's doing wonders. But even though I can't do that, I can still offer that, for free for stuff, and trying to gain that clientele.
Build your portfolio.
Exactly. Build my portfolio. Gain the network amongst people.
Exactly. That too.
Basically do that. So like this weekend, it's paying off, because this weekend I'm going to this brewery out at Cyprus on Saturday to film their by the name of Wicked Boxer, to film their St. Patrick's Day event. So I'm gonna be there. Yeah, because like the owner, he totally like he dug the videos that I sent him, and he was like, dude, like this is really nice quality. I really like it. I would really like it for the brewery and stuff like that. Dude, come out next Saturday, and you can record the St. Patty's Day event, and then like we'll schedule the interview at another time. So like because like what I have in mind is like having the venue inside the brewery like kind of like empty and dark, and like have it like a
fade into it popping off, and like bunch of people there maybe.
Stuff like that. But like when the interview process comes on, like I want to have that intimate one-on-one kind of like thing. Like it's gonna be great.
Okay. Yeah, I can already see like your vision.
So
I can already see it.
So hopefully like things go off this year as I plan. Like one of my goals this year is like to record like maybe a quinceañera or like a baptism or any kind of event, family event or whatever.
There's a lot of those. I mean, any kind of family event.
Of course, any kind of family event. It doesn't have to be anything like Latino related.
Yeah.
But for at least some kind of income where I'm like, okay.
Yeah.
I made this one goal. What's next? Weddings. Let's fucking do that.
You can easily have like, you know, $80 to $100 plus weekend gig. You know, easily, dude. And I could see you getting to a certain point where you get that going every weekend, and then like you're overbooked. People are asking you about a certain weekend, and you're like, I already have something there.
Yeah,
like, you're gonna get to that point, man. I can already tell.
I hope so. I really hope so. That's one of my goals for 2018.
Yeah.
And going forward. So yeah, man, I'm trying to move into the whole while learning at the same time. Of
course.
You know, like
we're always learning.
We're always learning.
We're always.
Yeah, like especially in like video editing and video production and shooting stuff. It's like there's a lot that goes into that, man.
Yes.
There's a lot that goes into that.
Yeah.
So well, I'll probably shed some light like on a future episode about like cinematography and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But yeah, man, that's one of my future projects that I'm trying to go for this year.
Dude, yeah, mad respect, and you know, I can already see you going a long way with that.
Thanks, dude.
You have a good mentality. You know, I can see that you're willing to grind to get there. Dude, I'd be surprised if you don't make it.
Appreciate it.
I'd be surprised if you don't.
But yeah, man, I think that's pretty much it. That wraps up this episode. Yeah, man. That's we're peaking on an hour. Doesn't even feel like an hour.
Didn't feel like an hour.
Like an hour.
Yeah. But you know, we touched on some real stuff.
Yeah, man. Yeah. Hopefully people that you guys you know, I guess learn just something small or
like if our experiences help you at all in any way, like even like for example Josh, like your motivation with the production company, that could inspire someone half across the country, you know, like,
and
to
then
do
like
the same thing.
And then like how we were talking about the credit cards and stuff like that, and buying a house and stuff like maybe it's like, or you know, motivating people to take the leap to actually start building up their credit. Yeah. Because I know a bunch of people that are like, dude, I don't want to get
my credit. Like,
no, not screw a credit. It's like, dude, I don't want to get a credit card. I don't want to get a credit. Dude, get a credit card. Just be smart about it.
Yeah.
Be smart about it.
Yeah. Know yourself.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But yeah, man, hopefully you guys learned a little bit about this first episode. You kind of got a taste of what we're about and like stuff like that, where our heads are at and stuff like that. So so just like hopefully you guys enjoy the future content that we bust out, man. It's gonna be a lot of fun. I can already tell.
For sure, dude. Yeah, man. Already. And so where are we gonna be putting this exactly? Like which YouTube channels ? Because I do already kind of have one going, like 120 subscribers.
Oh, we can put in yours. That's not a big deal. I really don't mind. So what's your YouTube channel?
Well, KrebsTLegend.
KrebsTLegend.
Yeah. In fact, the other day I was playing MapleStory, right? That was my old character name years ago, dude. KrebsTLegend. Like, damn, it goes that far back. Yeah, it does.
But yeah, we'll be putting it on YouTube. We'll probably be sharing the video on our respected Facebook pages and any social media page that we have. Yeah, we'll whore the fuck out of it.
Of course. And I'm gonna spam people. I'm gonna DM people that know like podcasts, like Tony Sherbert. I'm gonna even bug Slaps.
Oh, Slaps. Dude, Slaps the homie,
dude. He's a pretty sharp guy, man. I'm gonna even bug him like, yo, listen to this, give me some advice.
Yeah, definitely.
Like, what do you think about it? You know, type of thing. Yeah.
That's tight.
Yeah.
But yeah, man. Hopefully, like, I mean, if we gain enough momentum, you know, we'll start a Facebook page, and from there we'll figure it out.
Yeah.
We'll figure it out.
Yeah, this is just us, you know, two homies just talking out some stuff, some real talk.
Real talk, dude. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoy the first episode, and we will see you guys on the next one.
Boom.
Peace.